So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the 3 stories I wanted to dive into for this video includes the official news on the PlayStation 5's next major firmware update, along with the internal SSD unlock, a game receives 4K 120 FPS support on PlayStation 5, and I think this slipped under a lot of other news for people, but Stray PlayStation 5 is set to be revealed soon, and I am very much looking forward to finally seeing what it's all about. First, yes or no, do you plan on buying an internal PlayStation 5 SSD expansion when the update goes live or not? We're going to talk about this in the video, but I'm curious where everyone lands on this topic. Are you willing to spend the hundreds of dollars necessary to expand your storage, or are you fine with just deleting games for now? So comment below, yes or no, do you plan on buying an internal PlayStation 5 SSD expansion when the update goes live or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, the Stray PlayStation 5 reveal. So a little refresher for those who don't know or those who forgot. Last year during the PlayStation 5 showcase, Sony showed off a trailer for a title called Stray. This title had a cat as the main protagonist roaming around a cyberpunkish city. That game is set to be revealed next month. Reading from PlayStation Universe, Annapurna Interactive has announced that it will hold its own showcase, the aptly named Annapurna Interactive Showcase, on July 29th, 2021 at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. BST. The showcase promises gameplay reveals, new announcements, and more. As of right now, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 title Solar Ash and PlayStation 5 title Stray are confirmed for the show. The game's own description on the reveal trailer on YouTube reads, "Lost, alone, and separated from family, a stray cat must untangle an ancient mystery to escape a long-forgotten cyber city and find the way home." Stray is one of the titles I've wanted to see more of after the PlayStation 5 showcase, alongside other games like Kena Bridge of Spirits and Little Devil Inside. Solar Ash also looks interesting as well, so I'll be tuning in to this event mainly for Stray, but I'll check out the other stuff as well. Now, diving into the second story of the video, the PlayStation 5 4K 120 support. Reading from pushsquare.com, today's Call of Duty Warzone update adds support for 120 frames per second when the Battle Royale title is played via backwards compatibility on PlayStation 5. This is a feature that previously didn't seem possible on Sony's current gen console. The update available now for Call of Duty Warzone flies in the face of that, suggesting it was either possible all along or Sony has tweaked how backwards compatibility works in the background. Previously, developers said they would need to make a native PlayStation 5 version in order to take advantage of these sorts of upgrades. Back in November 2020, Xilinx senior communications manager Stephanie Theonson told us enabling 120Hz on Xbox Series XS is a minor patch, but enabling it on PlayStation 5 requires a full native port due to how backwards compatibility is implemented on the console, and unfortunately wasn't possible due to our focus elsewhere. Today's patch must mean something has changed on the back end, as Call of Duty Warzone still operates as a PlayStation 4 title. While there is a PlayStation 5 version in the works, it's not available yet. In order to activate 120 frames per second on PlayStation 5, you'll need to dive into the console settings. As per Charlie Intel, set enable 120Hz to automatic, and in the game presets tab, select performance mode. If you have an HDMI 2.1 TV, you'll be able to play at 4K with 120 frames per second activated. HDMI 2.0 will run the frame rate at 1080p, but you must tweak the settings to ensure that happens. You may also have to turn off HDR to get the feature working. So this was my exact thought as well when I first heard about this. How is it possible that 120 frames per second is supported off the PlayStation 4 build of Warzone? Sony definitely changed something, and if that's the case, other titles might have an easier time supporting higher frame rates on PlayStation 5, like 120 frames per second using backwards compatibility. So That's great news for everyone. But let me know if you care about 120 frames per second support or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the final story of the video, the next major PlayStation 5 update and the internal SSD unlock. So, before the last few days, it was reported by Bloomberg that Sony was going to have an update in the summer, and with it, they'll bring the PlayStation 5 internal SSD update. With this part of the video, I'll give you the official news from Sony first, and afterwards, I'll give you a potential time frame from past experience as to when this firmware might actually go live for everyone. So let's look at the official information first. Sony revealed recently that they are opening the gates finally for their first ever PlayStation 5 beta program. For people who don't know, Sony has done this for years on the PlayStation 4, and it had a certain cadence to it when it came to the beta, the feature reveals, and the final release. But with the PlayStation 5, it's been a bit different. Sony is bringing back the beta program, stating, starting today, you can register for an opportunity to join the first ever PlayStation 5 system software beta program. Registration is open to players over the age of 18 in the US, Canada, Japan, UK, Germany, and France. Later this year, we're rolling out another major system update packed with new features, and we want your help testing them out. We'll share more in the coming weeks about what you can expect in the beta for our next update. So that's the official news, and this already tells you that you shouldn't expect something dropping this month at least. In terms of when I think the final release will go out, looking at past history, this update is probably going to roll out to the public the earliest sometime in August. Sony usually announces the beta signups like they are now. Usually they also say the features at this point, but this time around they're saving it for later for some reason. Then they roll out the beta usually about a month after the signups, and then about a month after that they release the firmware to the public. So sometime in July we'll get the beta rollout and probably the feature detail set with it, and then finally in August the firmware releases if we're going off past history. August is still summer 2021, so that still falls in line with what Bloomberg said. We'll see how this all plays out. Of course, come July, we should hear more. It is disappointing, however, that it looks like Sony is going to take almost a year since the launch of the PlayStation 5 to release the internal SSD unlock. Who knows? This process could go faster than it has in the past, but you guys let me know if you're signing up for the beta or not. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the Silent Hill madness. Obviously, this is in relation to this whole situation with Silent Hill, Abandoned, Blue Box Studios, Kojima, that whole situation. Whether it's true or false, it's been entertaining so far, and if it's been entertaining for you and you're excited to see what, or at least curious to see what Abandoned is all about, destroy the comment section with the Silent Hill madness, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.